Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. It's going to be a big war episode. We're doing a war. We're warring. There's war happening right now. Have we... Is this still a front? No, it is not. Alright, so you can go ahead to the Lower Egypt front. We are not doing super well in the battle here. I'm going to put these units on a defense footing for now, as we get our other armies on the way there. Yes, we do have armies on the way here, so we should be able to do well over here. Not doing super hot on that front either. Let's go ahead. I don't know why you came here via the ocean. Let's go ahead and raise the conscripts on our other armies. And let's go ahead and get our second fleet over here. Sadly, we weren't able to finish our canal, but... Okay, sadly, I'm going to have to declare neutrality on whatever's going on over here. German Empire going after Mawar. Don't need that. Nicaragua versus El Salvador. Don't need that. Portugal going after Moravi. Don't need that. So the Georgian succession should be done relatively soon. What about the Trucial revolt? Yeah, that'll sort itself out in good time. Not doing super hot over here either. Where are we losing convoys? Straits of Gibraltar. Alright, so we got a fleet on our way over there. That should sort that situation out. This should be done. Get the Georgian secession dealt with. This is going to just go until it's... The Trucial uprising is just going to go until it's... Until they're out of war support, but that should only be another 10 weeks or so. And on this front, we are continuing to not do as well as I would like. So let's go ahead and figure out how we improve things. The armies we have on this front are a bunch of our, just a whole swarm of our allies. Okay, I think the only one we've got over here is the Anadolu Ordusu. Right? How do I... The front. Yes. Okay, only the Anadolu Ordusu. So I think if we activate some... If we increase our conscripts here, I think we can make a difference. Let's get some additional trench infantry. Pull them out of Albania. And we'll get some additional artillery. Oh, you know what? I'm building barracks. I don't need barracks. I need conscription centers. That's what I need. What? Why? Okay, alright. No, you're doing what you need to be doing. And then for siege artillery, we'll pull those from... Labor, show me labor. Lower Egypt, we've got labor available. Dongola, we've got labor available. So, we maxed out Dongola, we'll put 2 in Lower Egypt. And then for these other armies, Constantine army, that's back at home. Army of Rome is on the front. Alright, so let's get some more infantry. Seven battalions. Oop. Did I not do it? Alright. And then we'll max out the ones in Aleppo as well. And then for siege artillery, we'll grab some from a couple of different states in Persia. And for the 6th Ottoman Army, we'll do the same. Infantry. So, we'll strengthen those armies significantly. That's going to cost us a pile of cash. But we're going to be done with a lot of this construction pretty soon. And so that's going to really balance our finances out on this. And hopefully that will allow us to push further in. As you can see, our numbers are already increasing overall here. I'm just going to check each of my armies and make sure these armies on an offensive front. Oh, 8th Army doesn't have a leader. Let's go with this guy. Alright. We're all on an offense footing right now. That is good. Losing convoys in the English Channel. Going to need to go there next. We got a battle happening and we are winning it. Shortage of radios. I can't do anything about that for now. It's going to be a lot of months before you have radios researched. But we will be able to soon. So I'm feeling pretty confident about that. Undeserved blame. Some Turkish people are unfairly blaming the poor living conditions in Kars on their equatorial Bantu neighbors. They say we've taken all the jobs, but... Yes. Alright. Landing craft is unlocked. Very good. That should make our naval invasion situation more tenable. They say we've taken all the jobs, but we make it impossible for them to earn a fair wage, but we suffer just as much as them. We must all learn to live together. This gives us an authority penalty, or ignore it. This gives a -1 standard of living modifier for equatorial Bantu people in Kars. Are there equatorial Bantu people living in Kars? $4,600 of them. You know, not to be callous, but it's just not that much. I can afford... I want to keep that authority. That authority is useful. So... Anadolu Ordusu... Hey, excellent. I believe I did just build up some additional... Oh, cripes. I have unupgraded units in these armies. I see. They're unupgraded conscript units. That's why. Alright, so I'm gonna hit that upgrade button. I'm hoping that's not gonna cause too much of a problem here. Because I don't need skirmish infantry on these fronts here. I completely had missed that was happening. Very good. Sixth Ottoman Army. Here's my conscripts button. All right, perfect. All right. Bengal is embargoing France. Ooh, how did this happen? Happily, we've got an additional army to deal with it. Finances still pretty solid. Not super concerned about that. Let's go ahead and pull in some more conscripts for the 6th Army. I don't need siege artillery, though I need shrapnel artillery. And we'll pull in 5 more units of trench infantry, and hopefully that'll be enough. And we'll get them all. But we're there. Hold on. Are you not? Why don't you escort convoys? I think that was my mistake. I think they weren't escorting convoys. We're emptying the... We've emptied the investment pool. Well, that is what it is. You know, I think we're going to have to continue to raise conscript regiments here. I don't see really any means of us winning this war with our current level of mobilization. So we'll do another 15 of those here. And another 10. You know what? We'll do another 10 levels of artillery. We are losing pretty bad here. I don't think this is going to go super duper well. You know, I think this might be a loss for us. I think it might. I think that might just be the way it's going. Well, we got that area back. Go ahead and raise your conscripts. If we can get a few months longer, I can get some radio. In fact, what's my electrics industries look like already? We've got 3 being built. Let's build a block of them in Tabriz. It's going to cost us a pile of cash, but hopefully that'll get us enough radios to be able to do the thing we need to do. To switch over to the better artillery. That's going to take 10 weeks. It's going to take, they're going to take 22 weeks to produce. Oh, I could have definitely planned that better, but that's okay. You're on convoy escort as well. Perfect. These units are still recruiting. These are becoming siege artillery, which I don't want them to be, but there's no downgrade button. That was a rookie mistake. I didn't realize those were going to pop in as that type of unit. But that's okay. It happens. Let's pull in another Marshal, Ali Marchand. I'm going to promote you. Hey, the Panama Canal is finally built. Or, not the Panama Canal, the Suez Canal. So, Suez Canal. Subsidize you. And let's just make sure this goes the way it's supposed to go. Okay, it's going. It's going. So this should give us the capacity to form the Suez Canal Company. Should be down here somewhere. Need the workforce occupancy to be greater than 50%. Alright, so we'll go ahead and do that. If I only concede banning slavery in Ethiopia, I might be able to get away with this without paying reparations, because paying reparations would make me very upset. Alright, there's radio. We'll go ahead and flip this over to... Can't do it, because the state doesn't have... Oh my gosh. Electricity is state... is on a state-by-state basis. Alright, this is going to be really obnoxious. I need power in Ankara, Aleppo, Upper Egypt, and Tabriz. So, Ankara, Upper Egypt, Aleppo, Ankara, where's Ankara? Oh, I'm feeling really silly right now. I forget where Ankara is. All the geography majors are laughing at me. They're all laughing! No, this is in Turkey. Ankara is definitely in Turkey. Yeah, here we go. Oh, man, I've been building a ton of stuff there. This is not my brightest moment, friends, I must say. Alright, so that should... I'll put those at the top so that we've got at least some in those areas. And then we'll get those building. And then maybe this siege artillery thing will happen. I'm going to put these armies... I thought I was developing parity over here, but I guess not. I'm going to put these armies on a defensive heading for now. We're just going to defend to the greatest extent possible here. I think not going to defense earlier when I started to lose was a mistake. I think that was an error I made. If I can get freaking one of these two to bail, I could potentially still win this. What is... Their war support's still good. Prussia's war support is at... They're at minus 50... No, they're at plus 57. Right? From exhaustion. Their exhaustion isn't showing. And then we have France at war support 39. Okay, here we go. 57. I'm silly. All right. So can I form... Have I got 50% employment? Not yet. It's a process, friends. Well, I think I'm going to have to pay war reparations, but we'll see. We'll see. I can still pull this out with my secret weapons. My secretest weapons. Do I have... I think I may have neglected to... No, I got Patriotic Fervor active. If I raise the military wages, it would get me extra morale recovery. I'm going to go ahead and do that just for now. Just to get us through to the end of this. Going to put the armies over here on advance because we've got briefly a strength overage on our enemies. I'm hoping we can leverage that to achieve some victories really quickly. So second Ottoman army over here. Hopefully we can create some accounting errors in the fronts over here. We've got a really high battle loss percentage, which is kind of shocking to me. What if I try something real dumb? What if I try a naval invasion? Using the Constantine army. We're going to try this. This might be a major error in thinking, but it might work. Hey, there's oil in Wallachia. Nice. I don't know why this front has suddenly come undefended, but wish it wouldn't. No active naval battles. We'll see if that actually changes anything or not. We're working on automatic machine guns, and it's clear to me that I actually need significant increases in military tech. Might need to do another military rush. I'm still willing to just take ban slavery. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work. Should have gotten that siege artillery going. On the other hand, we seem to have momentarily developed force parity, so let's go forward here and we'll see how that goes. See if we can get forward over here. I think all their armies went over here, which is actually good for me. I've got a bunch of forces on this front. I don't think it's going to matter. I'm losing war support very fast now. Yeah, I don't think this is going to make a difference. So I'm going to need to pay some war reparations. Who am I going to be paying war reparations to? Germany. Oh, City of Plenty. Most prominent members of Basra high society have been seen organizing luxurious parties in the new and lavish urban buildings. Marble walls, shimmering stone. The noise of people coming and going brings the city back to life. When we didn't even know it was dead. Tall buildings cover the sunset. Kids play with bricks. Smoke blends with the clouds. A distant bell announces the next train. Progress is coming. I'm going to say the party will never end. We'll take that bet. Can't be that bad. We're kind of winning battles over here. I don't think it's going to matter. War reparations. But they did ban slavery in Ethiopia, which I am pleased about. So, that was not great. I'm going to move all of these. Heavy barrage. Morale damage, kill rate, general advancement speed, devastation. Yeah, let's go with that. So it's clear to me that our army needs a little work. Not exactly sure. I don't want to do too much of an expansion of the professional army. Ah, I see. They finally become a German empire, huh? Oh. France, you bastards, why did you side against us? Where in the ranks is Austria-Hungary? '11th. Interesting. I'll go a defensive pact with you. For now. Well, that wasn't my greatest work, but we'll see. We'll work on our diplomatic situation and try to improve things. The Great Molasses Flood. A storage tank full to the brim with molasses intended for rum distribution has burst, flooding the streets of Baghdad's commercial center, killing dozens and injuring hundreds of bystanders. The molasses, waist deep, covered the streets and swirled and bubbled about the wreckage. Here and there a struggle to form. Whether it was an animal or a human being was impossible to tell. Only an upheaval, a thrashing about in the sticky mass, showed where any life was. Close the distilleries while the wreckage gets cleared, or one tragedy must not stop progress. This is Baghdad. How big is the food industry here? Not at all large. Close the distilleries. Do a promotion. The rural folk demand the promotion of Major General Murat Shakin, touting his history of loyal and effective service. So many medals adorned his jacket that one could scarcely see the fabric beneath, but it was not yet enough. Chest puffed out with pride, the general smiled as he imagined the look on Marchand's face when the lieutenant general learned of his imminent ascension. Their rivalry was legendary among the officers. At last he would have his due. Brave defensive strategist, stalwart defender, rural folk royalist. Yeah, he's earned it. Let's go with that. So, we're going to go ahead and get these electrics industries producing radios. I'm aware that's not going to matter in a minute. Because we're going to get all of this artillery upgraded. So first, I had one army where I set the primary artillery type to not siege artillery. And we're just going to grab all of this artillery that we've got in all of these armies and upgrade them. Constantine Army. Go ahead and upgrade. Hassa Army, go ahead. Upgrade. 6th Ottoman Army, go ahead and upgrade. 8th Ottoman Army. Upgrade. 7th Ottoman Army, you're kind of nothing, but keep you for small fronts. So, right, we are using elastics on some of these, but I don't think we actually should be. Only one, because we're really low on rubber. We'll go back to regular craftsman sewing. Now, precision tools is definitely going to Well, that's going to reduce furniture production, and we're kind of balanced on furniture. So we'll leave that for now. Actually got synthetics plants incredibly. I don't know why private industry would do this. So, how does that make... Look, why do we have so many buy orders for telephones? Well, it is what it is. So, where do we have electrics industries? The private sector is kind of building them all over the place. Tabriz doesn't have the electricity to handle things. Okay, local prices. Electricity is not enough to be built, but I've got 4 levels of power plants here, right? No, we still got more under construction. So this should sort itself out. Bengal, you're going against France. You're going against What? Oh, Belgium is like a puppet of Bengal or something. They're trying to take off chunks of... I don't want to get involved in this. I'm working on fixing up my armies here. How's the radio situation, though? Okay, radios is good. It's mostly pop consumption in some barracks. I don't want to be involved, Bengal. Dial it back. So, now that these power plants are built, you're outputting power. You want 500 power. You're producing 60 power per level. So you need 5 more levels. Oh my gosh. Having to allocate these on a province by province basis is really, really not my favorite. Particularly when the private sector doesn't build them themselves. Terrible. By them I mean the power plants. Okay, and then they're building only telephones. Right, because the pops want telephones, and not necessarily radios. Okay, so that's a big difference from the previous... Just subsidize all the railways, please. That's a big difference from the previous patch. Is that in the old world, you almost always overproduced telephones and underproduced radios. I'm just going to take a pass through and place this from an infrastructure perspective. Make sure we can get what we need. Yeah, things are overall looking pretty well for infrastructure. So, how much am I spending on... Actually, not that much. 90k on diplomatic pacts. That's not so bad. I think we can live through that. I'm going to embargo France, I decided. They're a menace. Because this is one of those common problems that, like, what am I supposed to do with this situation? I can't get workers on the Suez Canal to get the Suez Canal running, and it doesn't. I don't have any capacity to change that. Like, yeah, there's a labor shortage in Sinai. It's only got medium attraction. Here's automatic bottle blowers. Let's try and do this by automating industries. Shipyards, no automation format available. Railways, they are what they are. Not much else here in terms of industry, really. Nothing to automate. Pretty low population. Population's growing, but... Let's cut our opium consumption tax and put a greener grass campaign in Sinai, I guess. Hey, we got electrical capacitors spreading. That's cool. So, let's plan our military growth. I think rushing squad infantry might be the play. Got destroyer spreading to us. See, this is inefficient, but on the other hand, getting combustion engine might... So this will unlock truck transport and motor recon for our armies, and that would be extremely useful. So I think we're going to go with that. And then we'll add an NCO training. By the time these finish, I think we'll have destroyer unlocked, and then I'll make NCO training a little faster. Move back up to position 3, that's nice. I think we can drop military wages back down. Again, we're doing broadly very okay on cash. I'm not sure why we're not getting... Oh, because our legitimacy went down for some reason. It's not great. Not great at all. But it is what it is. 37 chance they'll accept. Do I still have infamy? I don't, because I didn't actually puppet East Africa. I'm gonna wait until I've got... Okay, I think I built the power plants that I need, which means the electricity industries in Tabriz should be operating now. Which they mostly are, but they're short on rubber. So how do I bring rubber into the Empire? There's just not much around. I'm going to switch these over to steel passenger carriages. I think that'll make them more effective. Means I'll require more of them, of course, but that just rather is what it is. I've been humbled, but though the war has been lost, The fight is not yet fully completed. I still may be able to get up to that position number 1. You know what? We're going to try and annex the Trucial States. That is going to take a diplomatic play. That said, I don't think anyone's going to fight us on this. We can potentially sway Austria-Hungary, but again, I don't think that's going to matter. $510. If I desubsidize the railways here, there's a lot of turmoil here. If I now that they're all British Republics in Botswana now. Fort Koch. That's autocracy. He can get out. Don't like that. Alright, so it looks like no one's going to fight us over annexing the Trucial States. Let's see if they put up a fight. Looks like they will. Or they will put up a fight nominally. Whether they will in reality is not known. Alright, so there's automatic machine gun. So let's go ahead and set that in the mobilization options. So what is that? Cost. Ammunition and small arms. Completely viable. Yeah, I can afford it. Probably should have waited until I'm in a bigger war for this, but that's okay. Oh, this army doesn't have that stuff set up at all. Okay. Alright, the Devil's Paintbrush. General Edim Akbash's use of dedicated machine gun teams in the Ottoman versus Trucial States war has yielded advantageous results on the field of battle, leaving full platoons of enemies dead before they even have reached our lines. If anyone had told me that it would be possible to make a gun that would pull a cartridge belt into position, pull a loaded cartridge out of it, move it in front of the barrel, thrust it into the barrel, close the breech in a proper manner, cock the hammer, pull the trigger, fire off the cartridge, extract the empty shell, and throw it out of the mechanism, feed a new cartridge into position, and do all these things in a tenth of a second, I would not have believed it, but now I have seen it done with my own eyes. Whatever happens, we have got the Maxim gun and they have not. This gives him extra defense for a while, or Akbash's mastery of this tool is unparalleled. He gets Stalwart Defender. I'm going to give him Stalwart Defender, because that's permanent. We've got them fully occupied. We have a new agitator going for technocracy. Interesting. Riza Orzal. Riza Orzal, a student of the philosophy of positivism, has founded the Positivist Church of the Ottoman Empire in eastern Thrace. This event is called the Positivist Church. The church's events have become a meeting place for positivist intellectuals. Pamphlets flitted from hands and into the streets of a new church. One side promises the end of moral anarchy, and the other heralds a new age of emancipation through learning. Armchair scholars, actual scholars, clerks and bankers alike found a forward-facing ideal, an ideal of progress as a goal, order as a foundation, and love as a governing truth. An intriguing institution, petit bourgeois gets stronger, extra education access and qualifications, extra radicals from standard of living decreases, influence of the positivists will progress by 20, or another eclectic short-lived cult. Half the bonuses, petit bourgeois get mad, influence of the positivists will progress by 5. Oh goodness, we've got a thing. Alright, hold on. I'm actually going to put this on pause because I'm going to need to do a full read of this discussion. For now, though, we'll just go ahead and quickly propose this peace deal. Get the war finished. And Trucial States has been annexed. We've had some setbacks. We're having some interesting events. But that's all we've got time for today. I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun. And I will see you all on the other side.